ZEPHRYS backstab was maybe game winning, honestly. That might have just locked up the game. ZEPHRYS OP, dude. ZEPHRYS OP.
Hey, buddy, watch this.
We're eventually going to add a kind of a sub bonus thing where I'll randomly choose somebody to play their deck. If you have a deck you want me to play. So that's coming, but not today. Not today. Soon,
Happy
but not
anniversary,
today.
sir.
Pugbite!
Still
25
from
months,
expansion.
dude. That's such a long time, Pugbite. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Funky Monk was here the other day, by the way. I don't know if you know Funky Monk. I think you know of him at least, probably. And he was checking out the cards you guys made for me, and he was really digging them. So, shout out to Funky Monk. So let's see. Quest Hunter. Oh, interesting. You've got some mech stuff in here and 9 lives. This is a different spin than I've seen normally. Yeah, I like it. I bet it's a little bit slower at finishing the quest, and I would argue maybe a little bit worse at rewarding the quest, to be honest. But nonetheless, looks pretty cool. I do like it. I do like that deck, Crispy. Looks fun, man. Looks fun. JP Wildcat with 9 months. Pugbite with 25. Thank you guys for the subs. I understand how ZEPHRYS is worth it in Rogue, but Warrior. I don't know, man. This is just a tempo list. I guess you're just probably looking for damage again. ZEPHRYS to me seems like mostly a card that gives you damage. Finds you extra Leroys and Pyroblasts and crazy stuff like that, right? They're going to hit a weak curve spot here, probably, unfortunately. Looks like some kind of combo priest. Definitely some kind of combo priest. Do we play ZEPHRYS here for the body? I think we have to. I think we have to. Just kind of mandatory. Backstab also potentially quite valuable here. Gonna prioritize the card draw because I think my opponent is low on cards, as opposed to the Light Warden. The Light Warden, it's always gonna be, well, not always because there are buffs, but it's usually gonna be fairly easy to kill at the lower health total. We should be able to kill it. Like, even if he buffs it to 4 here, like, we'll have something on board to kill it. Only if it went to 6 would it maybe be harder, but even then I think we'll have it. So, shouldn't be a big deal. Still, in fact, gonna value trade over it. Wow. That's great news. Okay, so the ZEPHRYS backstab was maybe game winning, honestly. That might have just locked up the game. ZEPHRYS OP, dude. ZEPHRYS OP. I've been loving Quest Warrior. Nice. I like Quest Warrior too. I like Quest Warrior too. Oh yeah, no spoilers, Pyro, if you're going to talk about theories. That's a good point. Yes, it's been out a little while, but maybe still keep it vague. Oh, I think that's a good play. I like this play. I like this play. That probably means we go for the Livewire Lance instead of the frothing. Actually, Inner Rage trade frothing is pretty good as well. Let's do this. Probably not how the Inner Rage is envisioned in this list, but again, just setting up the board is, I think, super duper valuable against a board-centric combo priest. Like, we don't want his board to get out of check, so as much as I can take value trades over stuff, that's going to be good. Now, this isn't great against Injured Blade Master, but it is very good against a Tolvir. Silence? What? What? Still, we're good, though. Just happy to have the board, right? And he only has 3 cards in hand, so he's probably quite checked. We removed his card draw asset with the Northshire Cleric, thanks to the ZEPHRYS. Pretty clutch ZEPHRYS, honestly, guys. ZEPHRYS is going to win us the game, I think. Okay, that's pretty weak in the scheme of things. That's really good for us with Livewire Lance or Darius. We got to think about this, right? Darius, we probably run in here. Probably just trade through everything, right? In that case, we're better off running Darius into the Light Warden, of course. Yeah, this is fine. I don't think we need to get fancy on this one again. This is probably just securing the game right here. I think this Darius will start to keep pretty much everything in check moving forward. I don't know if he can play any minions big enough. Like, Injured Blade Master still dies to the trade here. There's a lot of problems for him moving forward. And then even Livewire Lance upgrade is pretty nice. Second Silence. Okay. I mean, in the scheme of things, he's still a 4/4. Took a value trade. Good news. Good news in the scheme of things. Yeah, so this is Livewire Lance upgrade for sure. Start building some Lackey value. Start pressuring face. Kobold Lackey. Let's actually wait on that one. I might need that to snipe a higher health minion at some point if he manages to eke out like an extra arms buff or something. Pyro is sending me... Oh, God. I hate when you click a whisper on Twitch that is unread. It takes you off of the dashboard. Not a true theory, Pyro. Inaccurate fan theory. Inaccurate fan theory that time. Inaccurate fan theory. Why did you switch back your profile pic on YouTube? I did not actually switch back my profile pic on YouTube. Fake news! I did close to that, but I didn't do that. So that's 247. Yeah, that's fine. We should actually attack here first, just in case. I switched back to a version of my profile pic. I did change it, though. It now has sunglasses instead of a gun. It is different. It is distinct. It is new. But I didn't want a gun in my profile pic anymore, is mainly the thing. Not maybe for the reasons you even think, just for branding and sponsorship reasons. I wanted to avoid having a gun. But in general, maybe just not the best visual. You had a new pick for 2 days or so, but why did you switch from it? People responded really poorly to it is the main reason. It was not really supposed to be a new logo or anything. It's just kind of a temporary solution. What about the emote? We'll keep the emote. That's, you know, that's a minor thing, not a major thing. I'm not like trying to distance myself from the old logo, just wanted a new take, specifically for sponsors who might be nervous about that sort of thing. That's really the main reason. And I think the sunglasses are a good look. I like the sunglasses. Sunglasses don't count as different. Oh man, you would not make it in logo design in the marketing world. The tiniest little tweaks count as different logos, and people spend millions of dollars on the tiniest changes. That is an enormously significant change. Enormously significant change. It was really cute. Yeah, I liked it too fairly well, but the problem with the kind of artwork logo I was using there for a few days was that it read kind of weird at small scale on YouTube. When you thumbnailed it looked kind of scary, honestly, like aggressive and like.
S rebranding agents advised
So
him to
it was
take
just
out the
easier to
gun
get rid of
confirmed.
it. Just easier to drop it. I mean, I wish I had some rebranding agents, but basically, yes, my internal rebranding agent said that. He was like, "Hey, Regis, let's tidy this branding up for future sponsorships." Basically, I'm planning to make a bit of a sponsorship push in the next month or so, guys. As some shifting dynamics in my life make that a desirable thing for me. So I wanted to be primed and prepped for that. I've also thought about changing my name, so that would really drive you guys crazy. Thinking about changing my name to Regis Chilbin instead of Regis Kilbin. But I think people might lose their minds. I'm scared to do it. I don't want you guys to go crazy. So I approve. Regis Chilbin is better. Why not add him holding a Hearthstone card to the pick? That would be really bad for sponsors. That would actually be the worst. Because a lot of them want me to sponsor other games and competitive games. So that would be really, really tough. I would vastly prefer not doing that. Okay. I mean, we have the Underbelly Angler stuff going on here weirdly, but I think we can wait till later for that, right? I think now Fiery into Fairy Dragon's good play. We're yet to see Prismatic Lens up here, so that's good news. How about just Regis? The problem with just Regis is that it's really hard to do that for, like, search stuff. Regis is a harder thing to find. Isn't there already a Regis Chilbin out there? Not that I know of. I mean, you spelt it weird, so maybe there's something like that. That search term you put up didn't do anything. Regis Chilbin. Oh, there is a Regis Chilbin on Twitter.
Chat and sponsor.
Somebody seriously has the Regis Chilbin.
A day, you can feed a Regis 2 tacos.
That's annoying.
Per day.
There doesn't appear to be an
Hash
actual
Train
Regis Chilbin, but
2019.
somebody does have the Twitter tag, which is frustrating. Mostly when you search Regis Chilbin, it says showing results for Regis Kilbin, so that's good news. Thank you, Google. Maybe hard to get that Twitter tag, though. But I haven't decided yet if I want to go for the Chilbin route. I don't really have problems with Regis Kilbin as a name, so much as the logo is a problem. 2 tacos a day for $1? Where are we getting these tacos? Crap, man, I want to eat those tacos. That sounds like a great taco shop. Let's go. Daniel Face 84. Thank you, man. Oh, interesting. Another Fishlinger. I don't love giving this guy Murlocs, but I like getting extra Murlocs myself. I need some resources. Alright, so he's going to have to kill the Underbelly Angler here. I'm going to slam into a Tiamat probably next turn. He's yet to hit a Prismatic Lens. So we're really just playing for board at the moment. Soul Rays might be better depending on what happens here. Yeah, probably. Oh, he got an Underbelly Angler too. Yikes. This game is taking a very different shape than normal. It's gonna have to be Soul Rays just to keep this in check, right? Darius isn't bad, but I don't really have a good follow-up on the Darius, so it's definitely Soul Rays. And then we go face. We'll save one weapon charge here, even though we have the Arcanite Reaper. The way this works is if we can attack a minion, we can still attack with the Arcanite Reaper, right? You don't have to have the Soul Rays equipped for the following attack. So it might work out nicely for us regardless. And we have a lot of damage with the Murloc War Leader right now. If these all live on board, which they should against this kind of Paladin, they don't typically have a lot of reactive stuff. So is this lethal? Not yet, probably 12, 15. Oh, it is. Yeah, cool. Okay. Wow! Fishlinger, thank you, dude. We didn't even play our deck anymore.
Speaking of rebranding,
We basically played
I
Murloc
advise
Warrior.
all of you to rebrand yourself with a sleek new wallet.
Ooh,
like
that's
the
true.
Ridge
A
wallet.
personal rebranding
Get
upgrade.
yours
Yes.
with the link below the stream.
Yes.
Go check it out. Can't hurt.
Yes.
Do it now.
Do it now! There is a nice little link below the stream. Go click it. Ridge is literally the best company I've ever worked with, guys. They were like, hey, let's renew through the end of the year, and I'll just send you all the money for that now. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Normally, sponsors pay you like 2 months later, you know, like net 60 rates or net 30 at the best. But they were like, no, let's just pay you up front for the next 6 months. I was like, oh, yikes, okay, cool. So if you're ever going to support somebody who supports me, Ridge is the way to go. They're super, super chill. I basically played the Uno reverse card on him. Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. I did relook at Ridge wallets today. Oh my god, Mighty Ride is going to get way cooler. What about Regis Skilbin? I think that's just like confusing with the 2 S's in a row. That would be really hard to type and a lot of misspelling issues. I like having the hard swap there in the middle between letters.
Almost legendary. Cheers for the positive vibes, Regis.
Hey, Drake Money, dude. 11 months, 1 month away. Also, I think I might have missed Daniel Face's sub there. Daniel Face, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. And Mighty Ryan Pyro for all the bits this morning, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Looking for another username. Regis Smokey, is that what you want me to do? Regis Tin Hatbin.
At Regis Skilpin, I think you should do what you think is best for you and the wife. I know. You are so kind in taking your followers' views into account, but you have priorities.
Yeah, no fear, dude. I appreciate that. Yes. To be frank, she would have very little opinion on the matter, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Like, because it's kind of both. The followers are the reason you do it, right? So you kind of have to listen to your audience a little bit because they're the ones who are consuming the content. So you can see it both ways in an interesting way. I think a simple snip snap here is fine. Regis Thrillbin. No, that's definitely not us. I'm too chill for that. Regis Philbin. Regis Philbin. Weird. Interesting. Well, originally I thought about maybe I'd have multiple channels where it's like they would do different stuff, you know? They would like offer different sorts of content or something, but I don't know. What died? ZEPHRYS? Oh, he shuffled in a ZEPHRYS. I love it, dude. Maybe, yeah, he got the ZEPHRYS for sure. That's pretty cool. I think we just keep this in check. We can upgrade it next turn. Just go face for a lot of pressure here. So a Highlander Shaman versus a Highlander Warrior. That's pretty nuts. Regis Skilbin is just too confusing with the 2 S's in a row. That's not usually very good branding. Harder to say and harder to type. Regis Ridgebin? Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll sell out my name to a sponsor. Regis Mountain Dubin. How much would they have to pay for me to do that? It would have to be a lot. It would have to be a lot. Like a life-changing amount of money. Regis Mountain Dubin. What are good decks to play in this meta? Do you think Anka will get played? I don't think Anka's going to get played in this meta, but I do think there's a chance for Anka to get played eventually. As far as good decks, I put out a video on Friday that had a lot of the good new decks. I'm also going to put out a video today that's going to feature some what I would call like sleeper decks. Decks that are like a little bit under the radar, that are showing good win rates on HS Replay, but not necessarily a lot of people are playing. So keep an eye out. As soon as the stream's over, I'll need like 20 minutes to get the video up. I recorded it this morning, but have yet to
Sherman
and
should
post it
sponsor you to
and
play
stuff.
as a mummy for the rest of this expansion.
Dude, that would be miserable. That would also require a pretty big paycheck. That was very uncomfortable, but I would do it for you guys. Did anyone say Regis Chilbin? Yeah, that was my idea. That's what started the conversation. Like, I like Regis Chilbin. It's been my potential switch for a long time. If I was going to switch names, I wish I had done it like a year ago instead of now. So let's see, 10, 13, very close to lethal. Oh, is this lethal? One off, I think. 3, 9... 13, 15. The problem if I go just strictly face is Life Drinker can beat me. I don't want to just straight up lose to Life Drinker. Right? He can heal for 6. He has already played 1, so it's fairly unlikely. I also just don't currently have the finishing damage output, so that's rather nerve-wracking as well. I think we'll just go face with a lot of stuff, but not everything. In other words, maybe do it like this. And we're going to probably evolve this guy. This is a pretty low health total. In a 5-drop, we'll typically have a much, much higher health total. Nice, yeah. Cool. I have a lot of weapons in the deck, so I'm going to go ahead and attack face. Alright. Yeah, this is not bad. So a lot of sticky stuff. Octosari on 8 is fine, probably, if we don't get lethal. Preaches Delphine. No, that's Kibler's name. I'm 3 out of 3 so far for cards that got underrated in an expansion. Baited Arrow, the Forest Aid, and now Making Mummies. Granted, I was very on the fence on this. Thought it was bad, then tried it and saw Dexter play it. Well, wait, if you thought it was bad, how did you wait a minute. How? I'm very confused saying. So, wait a minute. Good job on... I don't know actually if Beta Arrow was underrated among the community. I didn't like Beta Arrow much, and I seem to be going against the grain. But, definitely Forest 8, I don't think a lot of people loved. But wait a minute. You said... you said once you tried it, you thought it was good. So that, I don't think that indicates that you were like, I don't think you guessed it right, you know what I mean? If it wasn't until you played it that you were certain, that seems a little iffy there. I don't know, in other words, I don't know if you can take credit at that point. But maybe you meant you had an inkling, maybe you had a suspicion, and your suspicion was confirmed. Got it, Saiyan. Okay. You thought it was good, then you thought it was bad, and then you know it was good. I see.